So I'm John Claiborne from the Bashful Puppet blog, and we've been working together here on Prairie Dog Puppet. This is the first one I've built. He's the green one. I haven't named him yet. Right now I'm working on an orange one, and so far we've gotten to the point where I'm ready to begin attaching the fabric to him. I'm using a terry cloth. Actually went and bought some towels for this. I didn't choose to dye them myself. It's a nice thing about terry cloth. It's relatively inexpensive, and thanks to marketers like Walmart and Target, you can get a whole bunch of different colors that are available to you, many of them at very low prices. Anyway, we've got him to this point, and what I want to do, the first part of attaching the puppet is to begin gluing with hot glue the fabric around the mouth. Now I've pinned it all in the back, and I've pinned the bottom jaw, the chin piece, in place. The reason why I don't begin sewing before this is because I really feel like this is going to be the one where I work away from. The mouth is very focal, it moves, people watch it, pay attention to it, and we need to get it right. Now, since this is a small piece and my hand will be in the way probably while I'm doing it, I want to describe just briefly before I actually begin gluing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue all along, just along the edge, the inside edge of the mouth, and that's what I'm going to glue the foam down, the fabric to the foam with. Just a little bit right along the edge. I will start at the front of the mouth, keeping in mind that this is the part that is most visible all the time of the puppet. And put it there. Some will let it cool a little bit because it's very hot and it won't stick initially. I don't. Because this is terry cloth and the fibers are so loose, I actually want it to embed into the fabric a little bit, and it does that better when it's hot. Now, if you're working with fleece, you don't necessarily want to do this because fleece is much thinner, doesn't have nearly as much fabric to absorb the glue with, and it can cause watermarks. But I'm not worried about this with terry cloth because well, it's toweling and it's designed to absorb a lot of surface area, a lot of fabric to absorb. Now, it's not quite cool enough yet. You have to wait for this to glue. This isn't like a cement. What it is it's like a little plastic that you melt, and when it finally cools, it acts as a cementing agent. Alright, I think I've got it. So now we're going to continue working around. I go maybe an inch, inch and a half at a time, going carefully. We have a little bit of work time. Careful, I got a little on the end of my hand there, and it is hot. That's why they call it hot glue, because it is hot. I'll hold that in place. What's nice about this terry cloth is all those little fringes kind of hide the little tucks I'm having to take in order to make this go all the way around the edge here. Working on the opposite side. Hold it in place. Waiting for it to cool. Now we're probably going to be able to make it all the way around on each side with just one more go. I've made a little reference mark right here in the corner. I don't want to glue beyond that. In fact, I want to hold back a little bit from that, because when I bring the other part of the mouth in, I need to be able to stitch those together, and it's pretty hard to push a needle through hot glue So going down, leaving just a little bit free for me to be able to get my needle into the fabric with. Let that cool. Not quite enough. But I think I may be able to just with one-handed over here. Alright. Now, while I hold these and let these cool, I'll just tell you how I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to now glue the bottom jaw, same process as I did the top jaw, and then in the next segment that we're going to show you, I'm going to describe to you the stitch that I use when I actually begin sewing the fabric together. I've got some pretty long seams here. This is nice in that it's only got 3 seams, one on either side of the chest piece and one long one in the back. 3 seams, not bad for a puppet. I've done puppets that required much more. And then the body will be together. So I'm going to finish gluing the bottom jaw in the same procedure we did in the top jaw, and then next segment, the stitch. Alright, with Bashful Puppet Blog, this is John Claiborne, and happy puppet building.